We have learned that Independence police need your help finding someone they say is responsible for homicide last night. Officers were called to Highway 40 and East 36th Street around 6 last night. And when they got there, officers found a 22-year-old woman who died from gunshot wounds inside an apartment. The detectives are looking for 26-year-old Brandon McDaniel. Well, here's a picture of him. Police believe he's experiencing homelessness and uses public transit frequently.
kcisthetown.com. This is a story about Oriana Starr, 22. Starr was the baby of her family and a true daddy's girl. She grew up in Kansas City and graduated from Ruskin High School in 2016. Starr was the person to light the room up when she smiled. She was such a caring person and a firecracker at the same time. She had such a big heart. She adored her nieces and nephews. Starr was very passionate about helping homeless people. Starr was enjoying life and working towards her goals. She was never the type to look down on homeless people. Starr met a homeless man named Brandon McDaniel, 28. He was an unemployed Hispanic male with no goals in life. She wanted to see the good in everybody. She wanted to see the good in Brandon, but some people can't be fixed. Starr wanted Brandon to change, but he was hell-bent on destroying himself with drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. After a few weeks of knowing Starr, he started to abuse and disrespect her. Starr and Brandon weren't even dating a year. In the last couple months before they broke up, Starr's mother became concerned about his controlling behavior. Starr decided to break up with Brandon because of his negative behavior. She told him to stop coming to her apartment, but he wouldn't listen. Starr was planning on moving to a different apartment where McDaniel couldn't find her. Shortly after midnight on December the 16th, 2020, he showed up at the Hampton Court Apartments near 40 Highway and East 35th Street. Starr let Brandon in her apartment so he could get some sleep. When he woke up, they got into an argument. Brandon said he wanted to go buy cigarettes and alcohol, and the two fought. During the fight, Starr allegedly wrapped a cord around Brandon's neck. Brandon then shot her. He took off, leaving Starr alone, where she wouldn't be found for an entire day. He was already a felon on parole. When 12 arrived at the scene, they found Starr on the floor with a yellow extension cord at her feet. On December the 16th, 2020, 12 was called to the 9900 block of East 36th Street on a reported shooting. On December the 17th, 2020, the defendant's mother had called to report the incident and said the two were arguing when Brandon shot Starr. His mother told 12 she tried to get Brandon to surrender to police, but he refused. He allegedly told her he didn't want to go back to jail. Brandon did the race, vowing never to be caught. He moved out of state and started a new life. 12 said they were attempting to locate Brandon, 26, as a person of interest in connection with a homicide. Brandon is described as a possibly homeless Hispanic male, 6 feet tall and 170 pounds, with black hair, brown eyes, and facial hair. His facial hair may have been recently modified. Brandon frequently walks and uses public transit. He should be considered armed and dangerous. While on the run, Brandon started bragging about blicking Starr. He was going around showing off the murder weapon, which he later sold. A friend asked Brandon where he shot Starr, and he said, "In the back of the head." The friend told McDaniel that he couldn't claim self-defense if he shot her in the back of the head. When told that he should turn himself in, Brandon replied, "I can't do that. I'm not going back to jail." Brandon McDaniel was arrested Friday, January the 8th, 2021, at a residence in Arkansas. Brandon, 28, received 27 years for the second-degree murder of Oriana Starr. He also received 3 years for armed criminal action. The sentences are set to run consecutively. Okay, men should never put their hands on women. It takes a real coward to abuse an innocent woman. I feel this family's pain. Ladies, you're gonna have to learn to love homeless men from a distance. If a man is at 0, leave him at 0. Find someone better and keep pushing towards your goals. If a man doesn't have goals and doesn't want to improve himself, you need to step. Be careful who you give your load to. It ain't like it used to be. Homeless people can be deceitful, disrespectful, and dangerous. Just because a person is homeless doesn't mean they're a good person. This beautiful black woman didn't deserve this. All right, I'm out of here.